Lesson 3, Levels of Measurement. Data can be classified not only by its type, that is, describing the underlying nature of the data item, but also by its level of measurement, that is, describing how much information the data item contains. Some data items contain a small amount of information, and some data items contain a lot, yet others contain a moderate amount of information. There are 4 levels of measurement in statistics. The lowest level of measurement is called the nominal level. The next higher level is called the ordinal level. The next higher is called the interval level, and the highest level of measurement is called the ratio level. Each successive higher level contains the information from the preceding levels. For instance, if data was to reach the interval level of measurement, it not only contains the information that the interval level of measurement provides, it also contains all of the information that can be found at the nominal and ordinal levels. What it doesn't contain is the information at higher levels, in this case the ratio. Nominal level is characterized by data that consists of names, labels, or categories only. Nominal data cannot be arranged in a natural ordering scheme. For instance, the political party affiliation of students, the colors of M&Ms in a bag of milk chocolate plain M&Ms would be classified at the nominal level. Because political party affiliation, Democrat, Republican, Independent, are names only, and the colors of the M&Ms, red, yellow, green, blue, orange, brown, are just names only. There is no natural order to these items. Ordinal level involves data that may be arranged in some natural order, but differences between data values either cannot be determined or are meaningless. For instance, star ratings for movie reviews, consumer satisfaction ratings would be classified at the ordinal level. So star ratings follow a natural order. 5-star movies are rated higher than 4-star movies. And satisfaction ratings fit in order. Very satisfied is rated higher than satisfied. But differences between these data items cannot be determined. You cannot take very satisfied and subtract satisfied and find a result. Same thing too. 5-star movie minus a 4-star movie doesn't equal a 1-star movie. Interval level involves data where differences between data items can be determined and are meaningful. However, there is no inherent zero starting point, that is, where 0 indicates that none of the quantity is present. At the interval level, 0 does not indicate 0. 0 indicates something else. For instance, a city's elevation in feet, water temperature in degrees Celsius would be classified at the interval level. Because elevation is measured as the number of feet above sea level, a city that is classified at an elevation of 0 feet wouldn't mean that they have no elevation, just means that they are at sea level. And when a beaker of water is measuring 0 degrees Celsius, that doesn't mean that there is 0 or no temperature. It just means that 0 degrees Celsius indicates the freezing point of water. In these cases, 0 means something else, not 0. Ratio level involves data with an inherent 0 starting point, that is, where 0 indicates that none of the quantity is present. At the ratio level, both differences between data values and ratios of data values are meaningful. For instance, the age of Sierra College Elementary statistics students, the number of M&Ms in a bag of milk chocolate plain M&Ms would be classified at the ratio level. Because if somebody's age was 0 years old, 0 would actually mean 0. That's when they were born. If there was a bag that contained 0 M&Ms, that bag would actually contain 0 M&Ms. In this case, the ratios would be meaningful. So if one student was 40 years old and another student was 20 years old, the 40-year-old student would be twice as old as the 20-year-old student. And if one bag of M&Ms contained 50 M&Ms and another bag contained 100 M&Ms, that bag would have half as many M&Ms as the other bag. To summarize, there are 4 levels of measurement. They're called the nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio levels. The first level, the nominal level, describes data in which there's just names or labels only. No other information is contained in that data item. But if the data not only can be named or labeled, there's also a natural order to that data is said to reach the ordinal level. But in addition to having a natural order, if the differences between data items are meaningful, then the data is said to reach the interval level. At the interval level, not only can you name the data, but the data has a natural order, and the differences between data items are meaningful. But in addition to all this, if the data were to have ratios that were meaningful, then the data reaches the highest level of measurement, or the ratio level. The only way for the ratios to be meaningful is if there is a true zero. That is, 0 indicates that 0, none of the quantity is present. Even if it's not possible to get a 0 value, if, in theory, there was a 0 data value and that 0 really meant 0, none of the quantities present, the ratios would be meaningful and the data would fall at the ratio level. On the other hand, sometimes there's zeros that are just arbitrary zeros. That is, zeros that do not indicate that none of the data is present, but instead indicate something else. In that case, arbitrary zeros make the ratios not meaningful. Therefore, when 0 means something else and not 0, data is said to only reach the interval level. So let's put this knowledge in practice in a few examples.